cross-stitch squares that I got in 1976. And I started doing them whenever I felt like it. So this year I finally finished it, but there was only 11 squares and I needed 12, so I made 2 new ones for my center. And that was it, but I got this when I started making it. Mindy did the quilting, thank you.
Good job, Mindy.
And I'm glad it finally got out of my drawer.
And here comes Mindy.
This is another block of the month, the September blocks, and I put them together. You too can have a quilt exactly like this. I actually ended up with 40 of those pinwheel blocks. So there are 20 in here, and 20 will come in January in another setting. And remember, if you're doing those block of the month, you will get optional settings. This is one of them, and this is just scrappy squares. I was a little afraid when I put it together that you wouldn't see the pinwheel blocks, so I put a tiny little 1/4-inch white border around each one so that you could see them. And I was showing the back. It's just a solid white, but that is the quilting. Mindy Skinner's design. The block was handed out in August, so if you go out on the group works, and then it's the pinwheel block, and then it's just sashed with 2.5-inch squares sewn together. And since all the blocks are 12-inch, you can easily use 2-inch squares to sash it. Okay, and then this one I started at the retreat. There's so many scrappy fabrics in here. Judy brought a whole bunch of fabric at the giveaway table, and I needed so many different fabrics. I just went over to her scraps and started pulling scraps to put together into all the different colors, and then finished it up at home and did the embroidery and quilted it. And the back is just plain. It's just and this, unfortunately, I used a Hobbs 80/20 in there, so the fold lines are showing. And I intended to put it on the wall, but I didn't have a large enough piece of Quilter Stream Poly Deluxe, which is much better for a wall hanging because it doesn't have a memory. And then and then I got a pattern which a lot of people in here have, this wallet by Annie, So Simple wallet, and I made these 3 this afternoon. The first one took me 45 minutes because I was like, you know, reading the pattern and everything, and the next 2 took 25 minutes. So they're super, super simple. They have 3 little pockets in there to put your credit cards and things in. So we talked about doing a little class.
Maybe like a bacon tape.
Yeah, something like that. So
I used to use a business card.
whenever we can plan that. The pattern was only $5, and it's one piece of fabric. One piece of fabric, sew it and turn and top stitch, and you get the whole thing with just one piece of fabric.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
So these are not finished, but it's being given with a cluster. So I just wanted to show. This was the jelly roll.
Okay, come around so I can see you. There we go.
So I put the border around it at the retreat the one day that I was there, and I'm going to finish it with the strips that I have from the Jelly Roll, and that's going to be a Foster goal.
Okay, let's do it. And very
And then the other thing I worked on at the retreat, the one day I was there, busy, one day, needing something to keep busy. This was a panel, a kit, and I'm going to finish it with a black border. And this is for my sister for Thanksgiving. And Mindy did all the quilting.
Okay, so if you don't think we have some talented folks, we have some talented folks, and we have new talented folks who will be joining and coming and doing all kinds of things they didn't even know they were going to, but they're going to. Not that we're bossy or anything. The one thing I want to close out on is, first of all, Nanette, I need to get that extra fabric from you. We talked about meeting. Okay, and then we had a slate of officers. We're going to be the same officers as we were last year. The voting was completed. It was unanimous. And so you're stuck with us again. All right? So we look forward to seeing everybody at the holiday feast-a-thon. And check with Patty to make sure you remember that you are bringing the green bean casserole and not the red velvet cake. Okay? And have a good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Help us clean.
Good.